Hey, this is Common Sense 365. And I know sometimes it seems like I'm hard on people, but I have to tell you, I used to give up a Saturday once a month and I would financially support my own event. And I used to have I had a group that I used to call Cover Girls because I looked around my clients, family, and community, and I realized women were being cover girls. They were covering up all their insecurities, all their imperfectness, all of the abuse, all of the damage, all of the mental insecurities and emotional insecurities. And I said, it is time for someone to start uncovering and giving them a safe place to uncover those things that they've been covering up. And I'm noticing in social media and on these platforms, we got a lot of cover girls. We got a lot of cover girls. And I'm gonna just give y'all a PSA. Everybody that's talking a good game about helping y'all out, they really predators. And I'm talking about some women that I've noticed on these platforms that are tricking women, doing rituals to try to get a man, but they hustling y'all. I see some other women is saying, oh, I'm trying to hip y'all on the game, and man is this, and man is that. But they also are operating under deceit. And they're operating under deceit, and they're using words, because words are containers of power, okay? There's life and death in the tongue, okay? And ladies, they're manipulating you emotionally so you can start hating or disliking a male or the whole community of men, okay? But they doing that because they manipulating you for money, emotion. They doing the same thing that men are doing, but yet they gonna say he the enemy. They gonna tell y'all he's the enemy. But one of the reasons why women are cover girls in my eyes is they have so much of society on them. They have to show up pretty and perfect. They have to behave a certain way to be acceptable, especially women who look like me. In the workplace, in church, in everything. And God forbid if you tell the truth. If you have a spirit of truth telling, you have to make it in a way that it becomes palatable to certain people in certain situations. But that does not negate that the fact of you're wounded, you're hurting, you're broke, you're tired of being looked over, rejected, abandoned, and abused. Sexually, mentally, verbally, financially, educationally. There's a lot of people who got the pretty face. We talking about Cassie. Look what Cassie just went through. Thank God she had enough in her after all of that she stood up and told the truth. And I was trying to explain to some people that this was not over when we first heard it. And they was like, no, he did it. And I said, I said, no, civil law dictates that this is the door. She was the key to the door, and now we're finding out more and more. There are a lot of people in the entertainment, they're playing roles and parts, and you can't get caught up in them roles that they play in them characters and stuff because it's all dressed up nicely. And there are so many women who do the same. They have turned to other things. Some of them cry. My daughter said, "Ma, I never seen you cry." And I said, I thought about it. I said, "Oh, I used to hide." I told her, I used to hide. I used to go in my closet, or I used to go in the bathroom and cry. And sometimes at work, because I had my own office at one point in time, I would shut the door of the office and cry. The level of stress and burden that was on me, I don't even know how I survived. But once I got that diagnosis of cancer, all bets was off. All bets were off, excuse me. All bets was off. I was no longer a cover girl, because now my life was on the line. And I have a thing that I cleaned out my emotional garbage can. All the things that had burdened me, all the negative stuff people had said to me. I had smiled. Those days were over. I stood up for myself. And the one thing that I did when I got the cancer diagnosis, I declared within myself, I was healed. I still went to the doctors. I still talked, still had the surgery. Excuse, excuse me. But I declared I wasn't doing chemo and I wasn't doing radiation. And only thing I asked God was to give me grace to go through it. And nobody knew it. And even afterwards, when you lose your thyroid gland like I did, I do have a scar. You can barely see it. It'll be 10 years come June 20th, 24. But what I'm trying to tell you is, you gotta give up the cover girl. So many of our grandmothers, our aunties, and our aunties have went to their graves as cover girls. Let's give up the cover girls. Let's be willing to say and speak up for ourselves without belittling or harming someone else. And that's another thing that I've been seeing on social media. You ain't got to tear another sister down to feel good about yourself. You don't have to envy another woman. Look how so many of y'all was envying Cassie. And look what she was going through. Look how so many of y'all was, oh, Gabrielle. Look what she was going through. Look how they was all parading around. Even the Smiths, Jada Smith and Will Smith, was parading around like they've been together and they've been separated all this time. Okay, these people been playing you. So stop playing with your own life. Stop being a cover girl. And you ain't got to spill the tea all over the floor and show it to everybody. I'm talking about stop covering up to your own self. Be kind to yourself first. Be loving to yourself first. Embrace yourself first. Because how in the hell you going to demand somebody to love you and respect you when you've been covering up? You don't even respect yourself. You don't even love yourself. You don't even like the skin that you in. You think, well, I'm too big. Well, work out. How you think she got fit? Work out. It does wonders. Hey, start off. I'm gonna do 5 jumping jacks today. I'm gonna go outside and I'm gonna walk for 10 minutes, okay? 1 foot in front of the other, okay? 1 foot in front of the other. You can do it, girl. You can do it. But don't be a cover girl, okay? I know cover girl, it's all about the makeup, right? And you done made yourself up. You're not even real anymore. Have you looked at yourself? Take off them eyelashes. Take the wig off and the weave. I ain't got nothing against that. But for the first time, see yourself for who you truly are. And embrace yourself and then love yourself. Because what I'm telling y'all the story about my cancer is because I covered up all the pain and the hurt for years. I told y'all I used to cry in the closet because I didn't want my daughter to see me cry. But I robbed her of that. My daughter did need to see me cry. My daughter seen me as always together. Anytime my daughter had, and my son, anytime my kids had anything, they're 11 years apart, but anytime they had anything going on, I'm going to show up. But I'm going to show up in a way that my children will be proud that their mother was there. And a lot of y'all mothers, there's no excuse if you're a single mother, okay? I was a single mother. I raised my kids, okay? I did not blame their father. If he showed up, he showed up. If he didn't, he didn't. If he contribute, he contribute. If he didn't, he didn't. I still had to do a job, and I had to be their mother. And it does take a village to raise the kids. And you got to make sure the people in the village is on the right page with you. Stop letting your kids spend the night over everybody's house and wonder why your kids got molested or acting crazy or something else. You could be cool with Keisha, but you don't know who Keisha letting coming over her house all the time. You may be cool with Brandy, but you don't know if Brandy got a crazy brother. You don't know if Brandy's husband got a history of molestation in his family. You don't know. You don't even know if some of them kids. It's okay to be around your kids, because kids are molesting kids too. Stop being a cover girl. Get off that phone. Start having a standard time for yourself, for your children, and show up in the world as a different version of you, a better you, an uncovered you, okay? And stop with the over-exaggeration. And if somebody told you something that hurt your feelings, I'm going to say this. Just because they said it don't make it facts and don't make it the truth. The only time that it becomes true and a fact is that you consume it and you take it in and you make that your reality. Because other than that, if you would have let it fall, then it was just an opinion. And an opinion is just like, everybody got one. But we got to get rid of the cover girl. We need to have honest conversations again among women. We need the older grand aunts and great grand aunts and the great grandmas and the aunties and stuff. We need to show up and tell these young ladies the real. We need to tell them the real. We need to tell them the good and the bad and the ugly. And we also need to tell them that sometimes it's okay to be pretty. It's okay to be cute. But don't be cute and disrespectful. Because sometimes people are cute, but their attitudes make them ugly. And right now, that's what's going on in society. Ugliness has become cute. No, it ain't. It's still ugly. I don't care who's saying it, who got it on. It's still ugly, okay? And I'm not talking about your face. I'm talking about your attitude. And we got too many ugly attitudes that are housed in female bodies. And they covering up. They're covering up. And I'm going to just say, I used to be a minister. And how this got birthed in me was because I was sitting in somebody's church. And I was watching the women come in and out, coming in and out, in and out, in and out. But I was not seeing a change. Year after year after year, I was not seeing the women change. I did not I did not see the women evolving. But what I did see was women attacking other women. And I was like, something gotta change. And one day I had my head down and something just said, look up. And when I looked up and I seen so many women bent over, I seen so many women carrying that issue. So I went to work to help my community, to be kind to the woman, to be kind to the young girl, to be kind to myself. Don't let cancer be the reason why you let go of the cover girl. Don't let heart attack be the issue that you let go of the cover girl. You got time. Give it up. Give it up. So what? If they can't accept you in your authentic self, they was never with you, okay? And we have too many relationships built upon cover girls, fakeness. But when I arose and I changed my life, yes, I did lose some friends, but the ones that stayed, they became my sisters. And you know who you are. Y'all supported me, y'all encouraged me. Even when I woke up, you guys were in the room. You guys were in the room with my daughter and my sister and my mom. You guys were in the room. So I thank you. I thank you. It is time to let go of the cover girl. You want to save your relationship. You want to save your marriage. Put down the pretense of being a cover girl. It's not about your title, your position, how much money you got in the bank. All of this, that's great. That's great. We all obtain and we all achieve. But if you're not being your authentic self and you're showing up in all of your relationships with a mask on, made up, are these people really in love with you, or are they in love with what you have presented them? Think about that. Think about that. Think about that, ladies. It's time out for the cover girl. Show up as your authentic self. You are beautiful. You are wonderfully made. And you have something that is deep down inside of you that is called the gift and the talent that the world is waiting on. So I'm going to encourage you to let go of the cover girl and show up and show out and accept you and love you and applaud you. And you are worth it. You are enough. And you no longer have to be a cover girl. And on the other side note, stay blessed, stay cute, and stay fabulous. Because, hey, you got this. You got